guys, welcome back to my vlog.
Hmm?
I said, hi guys, welcome back to my vlog.
Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog.
Welcome back to the
I wonder
vlog.
if these batteries will last, but boom.
Okay, what did she say about the Mandarin thing?
Well, I'll show you when it actually prints out, but like
How do you know? Does it make a little?
it'll like a Chinese woman will speak, and it'll be like.
She gonna tell you the order?
No, she'll be like da, 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 and then she'll be like, you know, like customer on the way, or like, you know, Uber whatever on the way.
Oh, shoot.
But then I'll show you how to do everything because I was already traumatized by everything. So.
Wait, have you done Uber Eats?
No. Well, like a couple days ago, the guy came in, and like Shirley wasn't back yet from her trip, so he was just telling me all about the delivery industry, and I was like, okay.
Oh shoot.
Cool. But I think
They haven't set it up yet?
I guess not. So
Oh.
we're still waiting.
Makes sense.
But the Hungry Panda one works.
Have you tried the number 7 yet? I'm allergic to soy milk, right?
And I feel like soy powder is the same thing.
But I'm like, I kind of want to try it because a lot of people have been walking in here.
Yeah, but a lot of people also don't ask for the soy powder though.
They asked for the soy powder.
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. Really getting into it today.
We are gonna.
Episode 1 of Tapioca Talks.
Oh, okay.
Did I never tell you what the
No.
title was? Oh, I feel like I thought I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
But it sounds better when you're like in the actual moment.
In the
of
moment,
it.
yeah. That's fair.
Welcome
That's fair.
back,
That's
sir.
fair. So yeah, this is episode 1 on a very boring Tuesday morning.
On a very active and busy Tuesday.
Yeah, we getting ready. But yeah, we're just here. I had an idea of us just kind of recording stuff and hopefully using it for socials, but we shall see if any of it. YouTube maybe, but we'll see if any of it, actually is usable. But I thought it'd be very, I guess, introductory of telling
This
everybody.
is not very fitting to.
No. If anything, I'm gonna like edit it out. You know what I'm saying? You might have to play the actual like Boba playlist. You know.
This is actual.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah. So I guess the first question is, Kevelin, how did you become a Bobarista?
A barista.
Yeah.
This long and very difficult path that I have to take to get here was, my friend goes, my friend's friend, right? Found this job. I don't know how she found this job. Celine.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how she found this job. She told my friend about it. My friend told me, and then Shirley goes, send me all your information, my tags, everything. Like, send her my social security without any hesitation. Where honestly, looking back, it could have been a scam, and I would have been like completely scammed with like just giving her my social and everything. But yeah, it was a roughly 1 hour process. Turnover was probably like 2 days between finding out and getting hired.
You know, every single person I've talked to about how to get hired, they've said that like they've gotten like accepted and whatever within like 2-3 days. It took me a month and a half, I think.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
It took me, cause like, so, you know, I'm job searching and I'm looking for anything.
How are you job searching?
Just like, I'd go on like, Walnut Street or this street, and I would just apply through. I'd literally just like either look up all the places and just see if they have like, a career page and it has like, we're hiring, cashiers or whatever. But prior to this, I was supposed to work as a like handyman, like all around general help at like a school.
Okay.
And it was a school for the blind.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, you know what? If I do a shitty job, like, I mean, they won't see it, like. But
if you do a shitty job, not only is like a child affected, but a blind child at that.
But I was like, you know what? Maybe this would be good. And it was like full time and everything. It was right by the school, and I was like, you know what? Like perfect commute and everything. And then I go in for my first like interview in person, and like
For that job.
For the job, yeah.
Okay.
And like everything was just like, it just felt so like awkward to me. Like none of the job description pieces were like terrible. Like they were like, oh, I thought like a kid might vomit, you gotta clean that up. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's fine, whatever. But then like, as I'm like standing at the receptionist area, I see this kid and he's having like a tangent. Cause it's like not only it's not only like they're blind, some of them
like
have
special.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And this kid has like Hulk strength, like, and he's like taking down like 2 helper people, and I'm like, oh my god.
It's a rough environment.
And I'm writing, and like in the corner of my eye, and I'm like signing myself in, but then they're like fighting him off, and I'm imagining myself like in their shoes, and I'm like, oh man, I can't do that to the kid. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
But like he was really asking
like
for
drawing.
it. Yeah. But then I'm like whatever. I'll close my eyes and sign everything or whatever. And then they finally escort him to I think his dorm or whatever, because they also have like dorms for the kids as well. And then
do the kids live there in the school?
I think some of them do.
Okay.
Some of them like get bussed in or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But I do the interview.
Wait, where is this?
In Oakland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is.
Literally like the same street as where Wuxulan is.
Oh.
Just like further down.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But like, they tell me the job description and everything, and I'm like, all right, like I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But then he was like, you might have to drive.
How much do they pay you?
Same as here.
Oh, okay.
But
like you would have to, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But then I was like, but this is before I applied to here.
Okay.
So like, I was like, I don't know. But
So on
then,
the fence about it. I would too. I get it. Yeah.
But then he was like, the thing that sold me off on it was like, he was like, you might have to drive the bus. And I was like, the bus? And he's like, yeah, like, like a little, like, like a short bus. And I was like, nah, I can't drive the bus. Hello. I kind of want to figure out a way to put that camera facing here, because I feel like
because that's facing this way. And
yeah.
Why don't you put it like on top of the speaker?
I don't know.
Is it gonna fall?
I just think it's so close to the sink.
Oh, you're scared? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's pretty stable.
I mean, I guess if I do this, if I go, man.
Cute little iPad. I'm gonna bring my food because I'm hungry.
This kind of works.
Just hide it here.
Put this like here.
Do you want a granola bar?
What is it? What flavor?
It's chocolate chip.
Nah.
Refusing my granola bar?
I work at Whole Foods, bro.
Oh. Do you want pineapple?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's fine.
Enjoy the food. Just enjoy the food. Don't worry about it.
Do you have like if I work at the place, I'm not gonna eat it? You drink the boba here.
Barely.
That tastes a little weird. Try one. Rate it out of 10. There's like 2 men that were like literally inspecting the door. I was like, what are y'all doing? They were like, and then like touching the door. And I'm like, what are they looking at? I'm like, there's nothing to look at there.
Well, we are potentially getting that wall knocked down for a window. So I don't know.
So this like more like, hey,
so
we're here.
Yeah. So people can actually come in here and buy stuff and see that we actually have kiosks. But that's just my assumption.
They should have done that from the jump.
I think it would have been like delayed by a couple more months if they wanted to open. So
that's true.
they'll probably do it over like I'm assuming one of our breaks. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. I also don't remember what we were talking about, so.
Yeah, me either. Something about how you were working for the school bus. You have to drive the school bus.
Oh yeah. So they were like, "Yo, like, you know, we'd love to have
This podcast is
you."
brought to you by.
On a side note, if we ever got a sponsor, I'd love to do an ad read. I think I'd be great.
You'd love to do what?
An ad read.
Really?
I think I'd be great in an ad read.
I hate ad reads.
Better help.
I literally go.
No.
No, back to our podcast. Once I hear that.
I'll integrate it in the video somehow, you know, if we ever get one. But anyway, yeah, so they were like, yeah.
This tastes horrible. Did you try the pineapple?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
It's so weird, right? I feel like the taste is like
it's
pouring into the grapes and it's making it taste bad.
Yeah, so. Did you get it from school?
Maybe that's why.
For some reason, CMU and Pitt,
not.
like, stuff, like, apparently it's all, like, terrible.
I feel bad throwing it out, but it was $5.
If it's not good, oh, yeah, fuck that. But anyway, yeah, so they were like, yeah, let's, we'd love to have you, and, you know, if you would, like, you know, drive school bus or whatever. And I was like, but in my mind, I was like, I have to drive.
And this was all for $12 an hour?
This
was for $12 an hour?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
And I was like, no, it's 15. It's 15.
Oh, 15?
15,
That's
yeah.
still kind of crazy.
But then he was like, and I was like, I don't really know. But they were like, you know, we give, like, you know, health insurance and stuff. And I was like, I kind of want health insurance and stuff. But then, you know, they were telling me all the school districts or, like, neighborhoods that they drive through. And bro, like,
not good.
I've lived here my entire life, and I'm like, bro, I'm not driving through there. Not even in the morning, I'm not driving through there. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll think about it. And this was done like the interview on Friday, and then Monday comes around, I get the call, and they're like, you know, oh, congratulations, blah, 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 you get it. And then they're like, we'll just give you some time. We'll give you until, you know, Friday of the end of this week. Think it over. You know, if you have any questions, let us know. And yeah, we would love to hear from you soon. And I go, okay. And then I was dead set on accepting it, but then I was like, you know what? Let me just see what else is out there.
Right.
So like, I have my last place that I wanted to apply to, and it was just all the restaurants on this street. So I was like, oh, better late than never. So I applied to everywhere, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know this place existed. I applied to Mango Mango. And I was like, you know, I'm a people person, blah, blah, blah. I got it down. And then I apply. I hear from nobody up until Friday. I get a call from the HR department at the school. They're like, hey, we just want to you gonna accept it? And then I was like, and then in the last second, I was like, unfortunately, I was like, I can't accept it. Like, I was just bullshitting. I was like,
But you hadn't found anything else yet?
No.
Yeah.
I was just really chancing it, but I was like, you know what? Like, I was bullshitting. I was like, you know, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna go a different route. I think I found another job somewhere, blah blah blah. And they were like, oh, okay. And they're like, any particular reason? I was like, you know, I was just saying that, like, you know, I think another job for me would be better in terms of like school scheduling. And they were like, all right, understandable. And then I was like defeated. I was in like a Starbucks sitting down, and I was like, fuck, dude.
No, the Craig Street Starbucks or like the Pitt Starbucks?
The Starbucks over there in the corner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, no. And then I was like,
sipping on your chai latte.
Yeah. And then like a couple minutes later, I get like another call, and I'm like, oh, like I guess must be the HR person again. But then I pick it up, and it's Shirley. And she's like, hey, like, it's blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I work for Tiger Sugar. And I was like, I don't remember applying to Tiger Sugar. But then she's like, we got this like email from you regarding Mango Mango. And unfortunately, we're not hiring for Mango Mango. And I was like, all right, well, cool. Thanks for telling me that. But then she's like, you know, would you like to work at Tiger Sugar? And I was like, at first I was like, what the fuck is Tiger Sugar? But then she's like, yeah, it's like a boba place, blah, blah, blah. And then she's telling me the whole rundown. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of like fits me. Cause I was like, I worked at a boba shop before.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you have? And I was like, I was like, haven't you seen my resume? I was like, I put it in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't say that, but I was thinking to myself. And then she's like, yeah, like, we're, gonna like, look through your resume or whatever. And then we'll call you about like, the job. And I was like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a couple days later, I get an email like confirming and like asking if like I still want to continue with like the job because we think we think you'd be a good fit. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a week and a half passes, I hear nothing. And I still also hear nothing from any other job. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm working at Whole Foods too.
Mm-hmm.
And Whole Foods at the time was giving me like 2 days of work.
Is what?
2 days.
Okay.
And I'm like, I really need more money. Like
Yeah.
I can't live off of 2 days. And like out of the blue, like I finally get like an email and she's like, oh yeah, sorry. Like, things came up, emergencies, whatnot. Like, we can schedule like a phone interview like a couple days from now. So then I reply, I go, sure, I'll do a phone interview.
Yeah.
Day comes, it's like at like 2 and I'm just like, I usually go to the gym up until like 3, but then I was like, nah, I should probably be home before then. Just in case like I gotta like, I don't know, talk a lot.
Yeah.
So I go home, I'm waiting, and then like 2 happens, and then I'm like, all right, it's 2 now. And then like it's 2:15, and I go.
She said she'd call at 2?
Yeah. And then I'm like, was I supposed to call her? And then I was like, no, I was like, they're interviewing me. Why am I calling?
Uh-huh.
And then it's like 2:30 or something. And I'm like, and I just text. I'm like, well, this is probably a dead end. But I just go like, hey, I just want to make sure everything's okay. And then like I send the text, and then like another like 5-10 minutes go by, and I'm like, I guess I'm going to go apply for more places. But then I finally get a message, and then she's like, oh, hi, sorry, like a lot of like, emergencies, whatnot. I'm actually finishing up a meeting call right now. And I'm like, and then she's like, you still want to do the phone call? And I'm like,
no.
At first I was like, I don't know, this is kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
But then I was like, whatever.
It's the way at least all of us thought at one point it was like too sketchy.
Yeah. Because I was like, I don't know. There's just like such a like standardized process for jobs that like when anyone deviates from it, it just feels like
you
weird.
have to like questions just come up.
Yeah, like I don't remember how I ever told you this, but I used to work at a Korean restaurant, and the way this dude interviewed was he just brought like there was like a dishwasher like job opening, and then he brought like 8 people in for like a group interview, but there was only one position, and I was like, all right. So I'm looking at it, and then he's like, hi everybody, I just want to. I want you guys to tell me about yourself. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then, like he's very like nonchalant about it, but then like
That's still kind of crazy.
Yeah,
You're
but
bringing
then,
8 people at one time.
But then like some person starts it off to go like, hey, I worked in restaurants for like 20 years, blah blah blah.
Oh no.
And then it goes, it deviates from like 20, 10, 15, 5, 1,
like,
and then it gets to me, and I'm like, I haven't worked at a restaurant before. But I was like, I'm a great worker. And then he was like, I was the last one too. And then he was like, okay, I'll call you guys when I decide. And then one person literally just goes, do you want to like any information from us? And then he goes, you know what? That's good. And then he goes to the back and he brings out like blank, just like A4 paper. And he's like, I just need 3 things from you. I just need your name, I just need your phone number, and I need your social security. And I go, what? I was like, yeah, but like I said, I'm very desperate for jobs. So I was like, you know what?
Here, take it.
I was like, you know what?
Do you need the last 4 digits of my credit card too?
And I was like, I guess I'll give you my full social security. Sure, why not?
You wrote it down on a piece of paper this random man handed you.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my goodness.
And then I was like,
have you ever gotten scammed?
No, surprisingly not.
You've never fallen for a scam?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But then like a day passes by and I'm like slumped, and then like it's like 11 or 12 and I hear my phone ring, and I'm like groggy. I pick up the phone. I'm like hello, and then the person on the other side is like, is this a bad time? I go, who is this? And he's like, oh, it's I forget what his name is. I think his name was like Sam or something. He's like, this is Sam from the Korean restaurant. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, no, I'm good. And I'm like trying to wake up. I'm like, what can I do for you? And he's like, you got the job. And then I literally go, I did? And he's like, yeah.
Over the 20 plus years
And
experience?
I was like, oh, this is sketchy. Like I must have good credit or something. And then he's like, so when can you work? And I go, um, literally anytime you want. He's like, tonight? I go, yeah, I guess tonight. And he's like, perfect. I'll see you at like 7.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
This is fun. This is funny.
And then like the good thing about it was that like I literally lived on the same street as the restaurant, so I just walked like 4-minute walk up to the restaurant.
Okay.
But I literally go in and like I'm literally just put straight into work. Like that's when he actually gave me like the forms or whatever to sign off on. But then I was like,
So why did he need your social security from the start?
I don't know. I don't really remember, but
That's interesting.
yeah. I guess background checks or something. But at that point, it was so fast. I was like, there's no way he could have done all those background checks.
Yeah.
So
Turnover? No.
So I was like, all right, whatever. So I come in for the first day, you know, I'm working, figuring everything out about the kitchen. And like, it was weird. It was like the main chef was like actually Korean, which was his wife. And then the other like sous chefs or whatever, just Mexican people. And then I was like, you know what? This does feel like a restaurant. And then like a couple days go by and I'm working in the kitchen, and then boss man comes up and he hands me his plate because he gets food every night. And he's like, so how's everything going for you? And I'm like, yeah, everything's good. Like, you know, like everybody's friendly, just getting to know like the layout and everything. He's like, good. He's like, you talking with the servers? I'm like, yeah, I'm talking with the servers. He's like, what about my kitchen staff? I go, yeah, I talk with your kitchen staff. And I was like, I really can't really understand them because they only speak Mexican. And he's like,
Speak Mexican.
and then he's like, oh, you don't speak like Spanish or anything like that? And I go like, no, I'm Filipino, boss. And he's like, Filipino. And I go, yeah, I'm Asian. I'm not Mexican. And he goes, you know, when I hired you, I thought you might have like a ethnic synergy with my with my other sous chefs. And then I go,
Is that why you thought?
and then I go, no, I'm Filipino, boss. And he goes, I see.
Wait.
And then it's silent for like 10 seconds, and he goes, well, you're doing great. And then he just goes back to his office.
Wait, so the other people that were there, were they all Asian?
So like the servers were like,
No, like when you went in to
no, so
with
like
the other 8 people.
I was the only Asian person.
And the other people were
Everybody
white.
else was like white or black.
Oh, okay. So maybe it was because you thought you were.
So it was 100%. It was 100%. It was
Uh-huh.
100%. I
that's
must have been so. What's the word that people use when like they can't tell?
Oh, like racially ambiguous?
Yeah. I must have been hella. I was like 2 shades darker than this, so
Mm.
I can see why, and I have this hair just throws people off. But I was like, I remember there was like a kid that was the same age as me, and like we added each other on like Snapchat, and then like a couple days after I got the job, he was texting me. He was like, "Did you get like the offer?" And I go, "I did." And then he's like, "I haven't heard anything from this guy." He told us like he would like contact me specifically like a couple days ago. I go, "No, I got the job." And he's like, "Well, I'm back to looking for one." And I'm like, "All right, man, good luck."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 100%. I'm pretty sure he just added me because he thought that I looked Mexican.
Funny.
So
The 10 seconds was like, oh shit, oh fuck.
100% the 10 seconds were like, should I just cut my losses and just get like someone? Yeah. But then I actually panned out to be like, a level-headed individual,
Good worker.
And I was like, you know what? My experience speaks for itself, even though I have 0. But I only worked there for like 6 months though.
Why'd you stop?
It was just, at the time, that was also the time I was working at Macy's.
Oh, okay.
So, and even though they paid me more, like, I just liked Macy's.
You preferred Macy's?
Yeah. It was further, but I don't know. Working retail, I don't know, I enjoyed it.
I think retail is very interesting because there's days where like you genuinely like it and it's not that hard. You just kind of just walking around just like chilling with your coworkers, or like genuinely dealing with like the most craziest, insane people.
But like I enjoyed those stories, you know. I like
it definitely like
I'm the type of person where like if I know it's like a manageable thing in my head, I will put myself in like a weird situation just for the experience of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
really character development.
Yeah, because I'm bored, like, you know. And then like if I know that you got a couple screws loose, like I want to talk to you, you know.
Yeah.
Like I like people. You know, there's two types of people. Like the people that are like so weary about like the unknown, and then there's the other one who just like embrace it. And I'm just like that type of person. Like I fully enjoy, because like in my mind I'm like I just want to figure you out. You know what I'm saying? Like you might not just be bad at all. You just
just misunderstood.
You just misunderstood. I'm here like
you root for the villains.
There was a German dude who was misunderstood. I could have helped him. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have been the one who changed it all.
There was a German dude?
Yeah. You know, he started a couple wars. Remember that German dude?
I thought you meant at your job. I was like, what?
No. But yeah, so all right. But yeah, that's how I ended up. I don't even know how I finished that story. I don't remember how I deviated from me working here.
I said, in the restaurant to Old Navy. No, I worked at Old Navy. You worked at Macy's.
Yeah, I worked at Macy's.
Shout out Macy's.
Shout out Macy's. I also loved Macy's because I was a little, you know what I'm saying? I was a little handsy.
You're what?
I was a little handsy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like with what?
I just got a lot of good deals.
How much was the discount?
20.
We got like 60 or 50, I think, at Old Navy.
I think the most like we get is like 30% on like holidays, but
no. Well, I guess yeah. Macy's has a lot of workers, so like if you start giving out.
Well, there'd be people who'd like work, like they had a thing where like you'd get like a permanent like 40% or something if you work 20 years, and I worked with like older ladies, and they'd be like yeah, this is my 17th year, just 3 more to go, and I'm like, you might be dead before you use the discount, lady. Like, what are you on? But
unless the discount doesn't expire.
Yeah, I don't think it does, but I'm like, I don't know if that's worth it at all.
Because I think for Old Navy, it was like we get 50% off, but like family and friends can get like 10 or 15% off. I don't remember exactly. But like a few of my friends and like my mom likes these like very specific shirts from Old Navy. They're like kind of athletic. And then everybody just likes Old Navy flip-flops. That's a thing apparently. That's like an Old Navy thing. Flip-flops.
I don't know. For me, like, I kind of get that because, like, for jeans, for example, like, I like the fit of, like, jeans from, like, Gap. But,
I've never shopped that yet.
But, like, everywhere else, it's, like, I don't know. For my, like, if I get my specific size, like, it just, something feels off about the fit. But, like, Gap, like, perfect fit, no alterations whatsoever.
Really?
So I kind of get it.
I feel like that was American Eagle for me. But, like, they don't really come out with... Oh, I haven't also looked at them. Paxson does it for me.
Paxson?
Yeah. The thing is, though, I'm on the shorter side. So, like, the petite things are very, like... It's not the same style as, like, the regular things. But when I get the regular pants, I always have to get them tailored.
Okay.
Because they're too long. But everything else is fine. And, like, the petite things, it's, like... Everything else is too small, but the length is fine.
Okay, yeah. I get that.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
It's hard.
I think I'm at like the height and weight where like, especially for like shirts, like I cannot fit a shirt. But it's alright.
Do you thrift at all?
I do, but like some of these pieces are hella whack. But like there'll be some pieces that like I'm like, oh, this actually looks good, but then like it'll be like not a consignment shop, but it'll be like a trendy thrift type place where like, you know, they research market value hella.
And then it's like overpriced.
It's like either at the market value that is determined or a little higher. And it's like, I'm not paying like full price or whatever.
So
have
you looked at Avalon?
Avalon Exchange?
Yeah. Have you found anything?
I think I've bought like cargos there, but that's about it. I don't know, like
Because Steel City Vintage is right there too, right?
yeah, there's over there.
I found cargo pants that like turn into shorts. You like unzip them and they become shorts. But that's like the only thing and the only cool thing I found there. And everything else in there is like too big.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I've like shopped for like clothes, to be honest with you. Like everything I have right now is like I just still use. Like I've never really, other than maybe like hoodies and shirts or like tops in general, like pants wise, like I'm kind of chilling. So
I think for me, at least like 70%. Oh, everybody just heard my burp.
I'll cut that out. You don't worry.
Wait, it's like it like went down through my throat.
I'm gonna
it
hear
like
like
rippled.
I'm gonna hear like
yeah, it was like what was I saying? 70% of my clothes is thrifted.
Okay.
Like this thrifted.
Well, I feel like also like you being from New York, like you have such a mecca for fashion that like
But
even
I think that's the biggest lie they tell you.
even
Because
I feel like your secondary hand stuff is way better than most people's.
That's true. That's really true though. These are like what is that called?
Like the material? Or what are you asking?
Juicy Couture, I think.
Oh yeah.
But this was from California.
Oh.
The thing is, everywhere I go, I try to like hit, like I'm gonna visit my friend upstate next week. This weekend coming up. For fall break. Same week as fall break. But oh yeah, like I think there's definitely too many people that thrift in New York, especially people that are like my size. Like finding a small, like a shirt that is small, or like anything in size small in New York that some bitch didn't already grab is like nearly impossible. Like you have to constantly like go into these thrift shops to like find something good. Because I feel like when I go, I only find like one good thing, or like I see something that I really like, but it's not my size.
Well, I don't think, but then that's the thing where I don't think it's a saturation of like clothing. I think it's just a saturation of people of the same body type. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because it's really cool clothes.
Yeah.
I've seen like mediums and larges that are really cool, but I'm like, I look goofy in them. There's no like, I wouldn't buy them.
Yeah.
But they're really cool pieces. So yeah, cool pieces, just not my size.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I ever end up at. I'm trying to go to New York again, but
When'd you go?
Last year. I did my over the summer last year. I think I already said this, but like that movie thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I was there for like 3 months. So.
Where'd you stay? You never told me where you stayed.
We didn't stay like in New York City. I was in Port Washington, and then we would just take the train down Long Island.
Oh, you stayed in Long Island?
Yeah. And then we would just like.
You took the LIRR?
On weekends, just take the train down into the city, and then.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like New York is nice, and I love New York from the bottom of my heart. But like, if you're not eating out or like, I don't know, like, there's not really like. I feel like most people who go to New York, they're like, oh, I tried this restaurant. I like went. It's like eating and shopping.
Yeah.
That is literally all New York. Okay, I don't want to say all New York, but like mostly, like that's when I go out with my friends, we're usually trying a new food or like New York is a city. Like you're not gonna,
I agree that if you're thinking about it in terms of like nightlife, I guess, like it's definitely like
it's a cool scene.
A cool place to be. But then like weekday, like
in the day, yeah.
Unless you're like the really artsy type person where you want to visit like the museums or like cool type things, like
it's a good vibe. But like if you're not, well, I guess in every city it's the same.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like for me, I'd rather like. That's why I want to like study in Barcelona, because Barcelona is like has nature and it has like city stuff too.
Barcelona.
Yup, Barcelona.
Interesting. Benefit like monetarily and everything, just going to like the major city hubs of like different countries, and you can still kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to go to the Philippines, maybe like a
Have you
South.
been to the Philippines?
I have, but like the last time I was like 12, so that's like 10-ish years ago.
So what?
Like 10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I also have to renew my passport, so that's also a
Is it
hindrance.
expired?
Yeah, it's been expired.
No.
But it's been expired to the point that like I have to apply as a new person, because I think if you're under 13 and have a passport but didn't renew it, like it's like foregone.
When
like,
did this passport expire?
when did it expire?
Yeah.
I think it expired when I was 12. Like we used it our last year.
No way.
So, but it's not gonna be that difficult, like to reapply for one. So I'm not really tripping.
Wait, that's the one thing like my mom always stayed on top of. Like our passports and like just IDs and everything. Like this summer I had to renew my passport because it was expiring. And it's actually pretty quick. Like I know as a kid I thought it was like such a big deal and everything. Because like both your parents have to be present when you're like a minor to like sign it or something. But like as an adult, it's like it literally takes like maybe an hour max.
Yeah, I'm not really tripping just because like I've literally looked through like,
what if there's like a crazy global emergency? You gotta get the fuck out the country.
I'm staying in the country, man. Where am I gonna go? Like, deport me to where? Like, back to Pittsburgh?
But like you gotta leave.
I'm gonna just die.
You know what I mean? They're like you're letting everybody on the plane if you got a passport.
Okay.
And it's like your 13-year-old self.
Okay.
And it's like no, I promise, it's me.
Okay.
You know?
I think I might just have to be on the chopping block. I don't think, look, man, you know, I think I have to play my cards, whatever I have, and if I don't have any left in my hand, it's game over, man. I'm sorry. But I mean, it'd be that way sometimes. It'd be that way. But yeah, I definitely want to at least travel more, just because.
I feel like my thing is like, if I didn't do school or anything, or like worry about actually being financially stable in the future and have a career, I would like be one of those people who like just goes to a country, works there as like, I don't know, like gets new jobs every time like I land in a new country. Like maybe like get my yoga certification in one country and then like teach there for a while and then like save enough money to go to the next country and then be like a tour guide and then like go to the next country, save up, and then like, I don't know, be like a fucking waitress and then like go to the next country and then be like that's literally what I would do. Like that's my dream. Like if nothing else mattered.
I don't know. For me, I would like to, like my undergrad was for game development. And if I could have made a game or whatever that was like, you know, good, and then just have that like, you know, pay for itself.
What would you do on your free time? What would you do on your free time?
I don't know. Maybe go the same route as you, but maybe like, I don't know. I think like if I could, like I just, you know, I go like own like a farm or something.
On a farm?
Yeah, like a matcha farm or something.
A matcha farm?
Yeah, just, you know, do that for a little bit, or, you know, same thing, you know, be like a waiter or something, you know.
Yeah.
Talk to the people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like I wouldn't dream to be like a very rich person. You know, like, yeah, like being on a yacht is a nice idea, but like, I would rather just like sail. Okay. Like there's a difference between like being on a yacht and like sailing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Like I'd want to be like on a little boat and like just like learn how to sail, and then like versus like I don't like want a private jet or anything. I just like, I don't know. I'm like, I feel like part of the experience is connecting with other people, and how are you gonna connect with other people if you're like on a fucking like private yacht? Hello. They figured it out. Yeah. Like I wanna. Before I was so rudely interrupted. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, more people! Yay!
That's more people.
Like, wouldn't it be cool to?
So I'll just have to edit it. The only thing that sucks is that, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to have my laptop run all audio, but I forgot my laptop when I was switching out my school backpack for my camera bag. So now I'm doing everything through camera audio, but I have the lavaliers on. So it's just gonna be weird, like cut off points instead of like a full continuous audio source. But it's okay. Today was just trial and error to figure out if everything works, which it does. But yeah, I haven't spent my time and made these patented boxes to support my cameras. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And if Sydney can use any of it for TikToks. So we'll see. Right? TikToks?
Huh?
TikToks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that we have a TikTok for this place?
What?
Did you know that we have a TikTok for this place?
We have one?
Yeah. It's run by Sydney and Celine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, what have they posted? Have they posted anything?
They posted one. And it's like them, it's like a mistake order thing. And then like she like
what is it called? Tiger Sugar, like
I think it's like Tiger Sugar PGH maybe.
Tiger Sugar.
But yeah, one of the things is like they mess up an order and like she throws out the drink, but she throws like the drink at like Justin. So, but it's an interesting one.
That's funny.
But yeah, I was talking with Sydney about like video ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's a function that you can do on the kiosk where you can write in a note for like, you know, if you don't want something specific or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like for like Halloween or whatever, we should have you should have someone who like writes like a sweet note for like someone specific here. And then we're like, oh, like that's so cool. But then like another note comes in and it's like something creepy or something. Like someone's like, I'm always watching you or something like that. You're like, oh, what did your note say, Michael? And you're like,
Wait, that one's funny.
But yeah.
There should be like.
There's this like IG account that I follow, and it's like a Blasian couple that just opened up a boba shop in like Cali.
Yeah. And
like they always post like random skit things when they're like working the boba shop, and I think it's cool.
Yeah. So, oh, that's
too hot.
Yeah.
Just the halfway point is probably good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, guys, I don't really have anything else that I can think of in terms of topics, unless you can think of something. Like I said, this is just like
I think this was a solid.
Yeah. You know, I realistically I just want this to be like a introductory, like, you know, feeling it out, trying to figure out the setup and whatnot. And I think we've
a good trial run.
Yeah.
A good trial run. I agree.
I literally spent yesterday with my laptop, and I just typed in like Spotify for podcasters, and then like it gave me this entire thing about like how to set it up. So,
Like, what do you mean how to set it up?
Because like, so Spotify has this thing where like you can put your podcast on the platform, but they can also support like the video aspect of it as well.
Oh, okay.
So like, you know how like sometimes like
I feel like you should do like YouTube.
I mean, I'll have it there too.
Yeah.
But like
that'd be fun to like edit it and stuff, you know?
Yeah. I have ideas where like let's say you say something specific about like I don't know, maybe you're referencing like you as like a 6-year-old, like something traumatic's happened. Like I don't know how I'd format it, but like I'd have like, you know, the little snippet or video like on like the bottom of like, you know, like the video where like you're referencing it while still keeping like the primary video on top.
I gotta pee. I've been like holding it.